Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here on June 12th, 2025, to recap Jane Doe's last day of testimony. There was a cross examination as well as a redirect, and then cross examination again, and then a redirect, and then another cross. The defense and the government are not playing. They both got their heads in the game right now. So, without further ado, I'm just going to hop right into it. Be sure to hit that like button, guys, if you haven't done so already. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing today. Be sure to set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I go live or add new content. All right, let's get into this.
Innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion.
Good morning. Let's look at your message where you said, I feel as your lover, I wanted to please you, push through. What you really wanted was the cuddle with Mr. Combs?
Our intimate time.
Tell me about the mobile TV you got him.
It was an LG cordless. You can move it around.
And see your movies on it?
Yes.
After Cassie's lawsuit went public, how were things?
I came to find out that another woman had the same experience as I had. I put out that energy on him, and he was already down. So resentment, everything was hard.
A hard month?
Yes.
Let's play the voice note.
At this moment, a Diddy voice note was played. It said the following: I don't want to be in a relationship like this. I don't want to make anyone feel like this. Let's end this cycle so you don't feel like I wasted your life.
So, after Cassie's lawsuit came out, Jane had a lot of concern, I would say, or feelings towards what she read. And she felt that she was taking out that energy on Diddy. So they had like a conversation about it. And in this voice note that they're actually playing in the court right now, they are stating that, Diddy is suggesting that they break up because he doesn't want her to feel like he wasted her life or her time. Right, I ran it back a little bit because this is key, and I want you guys to pay close attention to this part of the cross. This is really key. And by the way, they do have a male voice narrating. However, Terry Garagos is still up to bat. She is the one doing the cross still with Jane Doe.
Experiences I had, I put out that energy on him, and he was already down. So resentment, everything was hard.
A hard month?
Yes.
Let's play the voice note.
At this moment, a Diddy voice note was played. It said the following: I don't want to be in a relationship like this. I don't want to make anyone feel like this. Let's end this cycle so you don't feel like I wasted your life.
Are there more messages like this?
Yes.
Did Sean often say to you, I'm a solutions person, I just want solutions?
Yes.
You wrote, I tolerated, I took on a lot in those rooms. Please don't discredit me. And he wrote, never discredit you?
Yes.
You wrote that you wanted $100,000 for each wasted year and more. $450,000, you wrote this, right?
Yes.
And you said you were thinking of hurting yourself, and he said, don't. He cared.
I don't know about that.
You said you didn't have friends at that time.
At this moment, the prosecution objected and the defense rephrased.
I can rephrase. You said you talked about your feeling with Sean because you didn't have other people.
Okay.
Sean still paid your rent?
Yes.
The $9,000 from Bear, you had known him from your modeling days?
Yes.
Did you have to do any work for the $9,000?
No.
The rapper you mentioned, he was close with Mr. Combs?
Yes.
This rapper, they would record together. He's also an icon in the music industry.
Yes.
You went to the birthday with the rapper's wife or girlfriend. Did you know?
Okay. So there's a lot of speculation going on Beyonce's internet as to who that rapper is. A lot of people have said that it's Ye. Okay. Well, his name is now Yay Yay. He legally changed his name to Yay Yay. But I don't know. It could be a lot of other celebrities. Okay? So I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it was Yay? Let me know in the comments.
Anton traveled with them,
Yes.
and Mr. Combs knew?
Yes.
When Anton was having sex with the woman, how many people were in the room?
7 or 8, just watching.
The rapper was flirting with you?
Yes.
You flashed your breast to the room. Who asked you to?
It was just a moment.
What did the rapper say to you?
That he had always wanted to me.
So he had a crush on you.
Yes.
How did you bring up Cabral?
They asked if I knew anyone else in the lifestyle. I said yes. At the time, I thought Cabral as a safe and confidential person.
That was for the rapper and his partner?
Yes.
How did they know to ask you?
Maybe they just picked up the energy or heard that Sean and I were into the lifestyle.
You flew to Miami around the time of your birthday.
Yes.
He set up a grandiose birthday for you?
Yes.
There were candles on the walkway?
It was very romantic. His heart.
Mind you, this is after Cassie's lawsuit. Her first birthday in the relationship, he had her do a hotel night. But for whatever reason, which I'm assuming he was trying to change the narrative as well as the relationship dynamic between himself and Jane Doe, for fear of this exact scenario. Her taking the stand and sharing details of their relationship.
Heart was beating.
Was your heart beating as well?
Yes, I was just about to say that. It's all painted pink and silver. A 5-course dinner. What I wanted for my lover.
No ecstasy at the dinner?
No, none.
Afterward, you took a pill and he took a pill and Don came over?
Yes, at 1 star.
You said you were willing to have sex with Don because of the birthday party?
Yes, it was nice.
This is between you and Paul Arthur, in which you asked, do you have plans for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
You said you wanted to see Paul as a person?
Yes.
You said after Cassie's lawsuit, you saw changes in Sean?
Yes.
You said Sean would write to you, I'm single, I'm polyamorous, and that hurt you?
Yes.
After the lawsuit, he went to saying, we are in a relationship. You are my girlfriend. That meant a lot to you.
It did.
When you saw the video of Mr. Combs laying hands on Cassie, you felt sick?
I did.
Let me go back. I want you to hear this
Painted
part.
pink and silver. A 5-course dinner. What I wanted for my lover.
No ecstasy at the dinner?
No, none.
Afterward, you took a pill and he took a pill and Don came over?
Yes, at 1 star.
You said you were willing to have sex with Don because of the birthday party?
Yes, it was nice.
This is between you and Paul Arthur, in which you asked, do you have plans for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
You said you wanted to see Paul as a person?
Yes.
You said after Cassie's lawsuit, you saw changes in Sean?
Yes.
You said Sean would write to you, I'm single, I'm polyamorous, and that hurt you?
Yes.
After the lawsuit, he went to saying, we are in a relationship. You are my girlfriend. That meant a lot to you.
It did.
When you saw the video of Mr. Combs,
The manipulation. So prior to Cassie's lawsuit, Diddy was texting her and letting her know, like, look here, I'm a single man and I'm poly. So pump your brakes. You know what it is. You know what it's given. You know what it's hitting for. But after the lawsuit, he started texting her, you are my girlfriend. We are in a relationship. And don't get it twisted. Diddy knew that HSI raided her home as well. He's not a fool. So he knew that he had to actually go ahead and play her really, really close to try to prevent this testimony right here.
laying hands on Cassie, you felt sick?
I did.
That was not the man that you knew, right?
Right.
At this moment, there was a sidebar. Then they continued.
You remained in contact with Mr. Combs after the video?
Yes,
You stayed in Miami with him for a few days, then left?
I did.
He flew to LA in June with his children?
Yes,
Fair to say Mr. Combs posted about his road trip with his children on social media?
yes,
This is a photo of how you set up the house. Some set up by you, some by Jonathan,
yes.
and
Now, for those of you who don't know, Jonathan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was an assistant of Diddy's. And the hotel room was set up by both Jane Doe and Jonathan. Hey, Bush Babies, I see y'all. How y'all doing? I'm not going to be doing too much talking, but I am going to pause because there's some critical key moments here that I think we need to pay attention to.
Mr. Combs posted about his road trip with his children on social media.
Yes.
This is a photo of how you set up the house. Some set up by you, some by Jonathan.
Yes.
And this is a big bottle of Cliquot.
Yes.
And this is a photo on the patio, right?
Yes.
You were drinking champagne.
Yes.
Now it's 8:30 p.m., already dark outside. Tequila shots, but no ecstasy yet, right?
Yes.
Jonathan brought the candles?
Yes.
Play the video. Half an hour later, you were fighting, right?
Yes.
You testified you called him a pedophile even though you knew she was not underage.
Right.
And you pushed his head into the counter.
I did.
You had never had a physical altercation with him, right?
I had not.
You pushed medium hard.
Yes.
And you threw a candle at him.
Yes.
When you say you locked the door, was it a button?
Yes.
So he did not force a physical lock, but a button lock.
Right.
What was he saying?
That I'm crazy. A lot of yelling.
You go in the closet.
Yes.
You take your working out seriously, right?
Yes.
But you did not put on active wear, but rather a dress. Why?
Because I could put it on easily.
After the altercation and you ran and hid behind the wall, where was your phone?
Back in the house.
When you went back, you saw Mr. Combs.
He was out on the street.
This had been hours.
It had.
You were angry and screaming, called him a pedophile,
I called him a monster.
but he didn't kick you again.
He didn't.
You punched him in the back of the head and he punched you?
He punched me twice.
While you fought, Mr. Combs was yelling, "You're trying to get me to never see my kids again," right?
Yes.
You said he was dragging you by your hair, right?
Yes. I was telling him to stop.
You got his phone?
Yes.
And you called the woman in Miami?
Yes.
You asked her, "Did you go to the Grand Canyon with him?" I'm asking you woman to woman.
Yes.
And she said, "You're worrying about wrong things, woman to woman."
Yes. I told her, he's beating my ass. Then Sean hung up the phone and she called back multiple times. His phone lit up.
Did she call you a bitch?
Yes.
Did you talk about her previous relationships?
Maybe.
Then after you called Jonathan, you were in the shower naked, but Mr. Combs was in pants.
Short.
And you called him a son of a bitch.
Just a bitch.
Okay, just a bitch. Then he slapped you.
Yes. Hard.
Then he tells you to put on an outfit.
Yes.
And he grabs your phone.
He went into the messages and said hi to Anton in the text thread.
It's about the night in January you sent to Las Vegas.
Yes.
How far is it from your home in the gated community to the gate?
A minute or two?
So, like half a mile?
Yes. I drove and let Anton in.
Champagne and tequila, but still no drugs.
Right.
You and Sean go into the bedroom. You told him you went to Vegas.
Yes.
You told him you flashed your breasts.
Not then.
You told him you referred Cabral to the other rapper.
Not yet.
Did Mr. Combs yell at you? How could you go to another man's freak off?
Yes. He yelled that.
Then you say Sean told you go out and pay him, and you said no.
I said no. Then he pushed a pill in my face.
But you didn't have sex with Anton?
Not that kind of sex.
You gave Anton oral sex.
Yes.
Then Sean dismissed him. You told Anton you'd send him money later.
I did.
This was the first time you didn't have an intimate moment with your partner after the entertainer left.
Yes.
And he said again, "I can't believe you went to another man's freak off."
Yes.
Talking about that rapper.
Yes.
He just kept saying, "How could you have gone to another rapper's freak off?"
Yes.
After that, you called and texted each other.
Yes.
You went to see him and broke up.
We had 8 or 9 hours of breakup conversation.
You saw him traveling with another woman in Wyoming and it upset you.
I was at home with a black eye.
You hadn't had forced intercourse with Anton.
It was forced oral sex.
Mr. Combs says, "I'm not going to belittle myself for someone named Bear or for my..."
Let me just rewind that a little bit. Listen.
Anton, you'd send him money later.
I did.
This was the first time you didn't have an intimate moment with your partner after the entertainer left.
Yes.
And he said again, "I can't believe you went to another man's freak off."
Yes.
Talking about that rapper.
Yes.
He just kept saying, "How could you have gone to another rapper's freak off?"
Yes.
After that, you called and texted each other.
Yes.
You went to see him and broke up.
We had 8 or 9 hours of breakup conversation.
You saw him traveling with another woman in Wyoming and it upset you.
I was at home with a black eye.
You hadn't had forced intercourse with Anton.
It was forced oral sex.
Mr.
Okay. The defense said you hadn't had forced And Jane swiftly corrected Garagos and said, no, it was forced oral smacks. Now, force, fraud, or coercion. Those are key components of SMEX trafficking.
Combs says, I'm not going to belittle myself for someone named Bear or for my friend. That means the rapper, right?
Yes.
Mr. Combs wrote, sorry I didn't take you on trips. I was tripping. The baby daddy, you at KK would have talked yourself into paranoia. You didn't get along with KK.
I didn't.
You bring up OnlyFans there. You'd been on it for 4 or 5 months earning well, right?
Yes.
You asked him why he couldn't balance it, hotel nights and private travel.
Right?
You wrote, did the other girls just pressure you more for trips and I didn't? I just want to know where I went wrong. Mr. Combs said, that is my friend. I was okay where we should stop. You said, we broke up and I went to one birthday party, not with the rapper, but with my friend. You wrote, I don't even have anything postable. You meant Instagram?
I did.
You wrote about your child's father. You said, I'm in my late 30s. I don't have time. Play more video. That last part, that's about your child's father.
Yes.
You wrote, I just wanted to travel with you.
Yes.
You sent the clown emoji and said, if I more, I could have gone on trips. Then you went to Miami and stayed in the Four Seasons. You chose that hotel, right?
Yes.
You took laughed and danced.
Yes.
You were finally getting the princess treatment you wanted.
Yes.
Then you told Mr. Combs that you really missed Paul.
I had taken ecstasy, but I did miss Paul.
You called Paul and he came in a few days. You were at 2-star.
Yes.
And it felt good. A love fest.
Yes.
On June 1st of this year, you had a new memory of Mr. Combs splashing water on you, right?
If I may explain.
Just, did you tell the government that on June 1st?
Yes.
Why did...
The defense is pretending that when someone goes through trauma, their memories, first of all, it's fight or flight or freeze. When people go through traumatic scenarios and situations, that the memories come back to them slowly at times. And her and Diddy were dating, I think, for a number of years, maybe 2 years, 3 years. I can't remember, but more than a year. So a lot of the traumatic experiences that occurred throughout the relationship, usually a DV victim would push those to the side. They push those to the side, compartmentalize, and they continue to try to seek and look for that nice guy. You know what I'm saying? And you're absolutely right. Lisa says what? This is extremely redundant. The only new part of testimony that I'm hearing is the Vegas trip when she went to somebody else's hotel night when her and Diddy were on a break and he got mad about it. That's the only new details that I'm learning from this testimony so far. The other key details that I'm learning from this also is that after Cassie's lawsuit came out, he started to treat Jane like she was actually a human being. Prior to Cassie's lawsuit, he would text her, I'm polyamorous, I'm a single man. You know what it's hitting for. You know what's going on here. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. I'll see you when I see you. After Cassie's lawsuit, he started saying, we are in a relationship. That manipulation.
Really missed Paul?
I had taken ecstasy, but I did miss Paul.
You called Paul and he came in a few days. You were at 2-star.
Yes.
And it felt good. A love fest.
Yes.
On June 1st of this year, you had a new memory of Mr. Combs splashing water on you, right?
If I may explain.
Just, did you tell the government that on June 1st?
Yes.
Why did you call yourselves Kobe, Jordan, and Shaq? Why are you Kobe?
Because I'm the best.
And why is he Jordan?
Because he's the best.
And this about Pamela Anderson, Melons. What do you say?
I wrote, "You are definitely my Michael Jordan, and I am Kobe, detox weekend."
You say, "Good morning, handsome," and he says, "Can you please find a therapist?"
Yes, we loved each other, but there was toxic stuff.
But it ended on a positive note.
Yes, it did.
No further questions.
At this moment, the redirect began. G101, page 6 and 7. Pull them up. Can we zoom in? What did Sean write to Paul?
He wrote, "I'm going to need you to persuade you."
Had you seen this before?
No,
What did you write to Paul about Turks?
I'm not a robot. Just a mix of tired, hungry, sore.
Next,
To insult me about the bracelet to make me perform, it crushed me.
what else did you write?
In that room, I felt like a hoe.
Then what?
The love contract. He's so good to shower me with affection with violating sexploitation in between. I could compartmentalize the bad stuff.
In May of 2021, did you ask for a condom?
Yes, Sean resisted but then gave in.
But then next time,
He mocked him.
did Sean let you use a condom?
Yes,
Did you ever want to have sex with Cabral?
no,
Did you fake orgasm with entertainers?
yes, I was putting on a show for Sean.
When did Sean threaten to release video of you?
December 2023, I called KK.
Sean's drug use. How did you send cues you were tired?
Make little faces, kind of size.
How did Sean respond?
Push through, one more round.
How did you try to avoid setting up hotel night?
I try to navigate the night to something else.
How many times did you have hotel nights in 200 Mapleton?
Once,
2-star?
3 times,
1-star?
1 or 2. I felt it was unfair, all of the pressure.
What do you mean?
Those nights with other men. I was asking, why do I have to break my boundaries and still you treat me like this?
What's this text?
The All-Star Fantasy play.
What did you send Sean?
A photo of my bloody tampon.
So the government is doing their redirect right now. And I think they're doing a really great job of bringing up key points that truly matter in the ways of their indictment. I'm going to run it back. I want you guys to listen carefully to the questions that the government is asking Jane.
Who of you?
December 2023, I called KK.
Let me go back.
Detox weekend.
You say, "Good morning, handsome," and he says, "Can you please find a therapist?"
Yes, we loved each other, but
Hold on one second.
Stayed in the Four Seasons. You chose that hotel,
Okay.
right?
yes,
I ran it back to the
Laughed
where
and
the
danced.
defense
Yes.
is
You
finishing
were
up
finally
their
getting the princess treatment you
props.
wanted.
yes.
Then you told Mr. Combs that you really missed Paul.
I had taken ecstasy, but I did miss Paul.
You called Paul and he came in a few days. You were at 2-star
Yes,
and it felt good. A love fest.
yes.
On June 1st of this year, you had a new memory. Why did you call yourselves Kobe, Jordan, and Shaq? Why are you Kobe?
I'm the best
And why is he Jordan?
because he's the best.
And this about Pamela Anderson, Melons. What do you say?
I wrote, "You are definitely my Michael Jordan, and I am Kobe, detox weekend."
You say, "Good morning, handsome," and he says, "Can you please find a therapist?"
Yes, we loved each other, but there was toxic stuff.
But it ended on a positive note.
Yes, it did.
No further questions.
At this moment, the redirect began. G1.
I want you guys to listen carefully because the government is introducing a message between Diddy and Paul that Jane had never seen before. She wasn't even aware of this message. And I want you to listen to the government's line of questioning.
01, page 6 and 7. Pull them up. Can we zoom in? What did Sean write to Paul?
He wrote, "I'm going to need you to persuade you."
Had you seen this before?
No,
What did you write to Paul about Turks?
I'm not a robot. Just a mix of tired, hungry, sore.
Next,
To insult me about the bracelet to make me perform, it crushed me.
what else did you write?
In that room, I felt like a hoe.
Then what?
The love contract. He's so good to shower me with affection with violating sexploitation in between. I could compartmentalize the bad stuff.
In May of 2021, did you ask for a condom?
Yes, Sean resisted but then gave in.
But then next time,
He mocked him.
did Sean let you use a condom?
Yes,
Did you ever want to have sex with Cabral?
no,
Did you fake orgasm with entertainers?
yes, I was putting on a show for Sean.
When did Sean threaten to release video of you?
December 2023, I called KK.
Sean's drug use.
December 2023, Cassie's lawsuit came out publicly in November. No, actually, let me double check. When become public. Give me 1 second, guys. Cassie first filed. Yep, I was right. It was 2023. So he had been sued, and her lawsuit came out November 2023. And he threatened Jane Doe about releasing Smex tapes of her the month after, the following month.
How did you send cues you were tired?
Make little faces, kind of sighs.
How did Sean respond?
Push through. One more round.
How did you try to avoid setting up hotel night?
I try to navigate the night to something else.
How many times did you have hotel nights in 200 Mapleton?
Once.
2-star?
3 times.
1-star?
1 or 2. I felt it was unfair, all of the pressure.
What do you mean?
Those nights with other men. I was asking, why do I have to break my boundaries and still you treat me like this?
What's this text?
The All-Star Fantasy play.
What did you send Sean?
A photo of my bloody tampon.
What did you write?
I got child care and said, you pick, then everything went left. I said, I just got my period. I handled first school week.
In 2023, did you become more vocal about wanting to stop hotel night?
Yes, he started paying my rent. I had to maintain my livelihood. My partner was in charge now.
By the sobriety party, how many times did he threaten your rent?
Many times.
That time after you threw up, what did Sean do?
He told me to go back out there and have sex with another man.
Was Sean affectionate with you when Anton was in your home?
No, Sean was evil.
When did Sean say when he gave you the ecstasy pill?
He said, you're not going to ruin my night. Go suck some, go fuck him, something.
How long before that he had put you in a chokehold?
At this moment, the defense objected, and it was sustained.
Did he choke you with his hands or his arm?
Arm.
And in the shower, how hard did it hit you?
So hard.
Then what did he say?
He said, get in an outfit.
When you hid for 2 hours, could Sean have left safely?
Yes.
Did you want to have sex with Anton that night?
No.
Who made you?
Sean.
Would you give all the money back for no sex with other men?
Yes.
Why are you here?
I got a subpoena, and I'm here.
No further questions.
At this moment, the recross began.
Did you drive?
I want you to listen carefully to the defense's rebuttal to the prosecution. Okay?
Get in an outfit.
When you hid for 2 hours, could Sean have left safely?
Yes.
Did you want to have sex with Anton that night?
No.
Who made you?
Sean.
Would you give all the money back for no sex with other men?
Yes.
Why are you here?
I got a subpoena, and I'm here.
No further questions.
At this moment, the recross began.
Did you drive to pick up Anton?
Yes.
Could you have left?
Yeah.
We got a commercial, y'all. But I want us to pay close attention to the defense's redirect. Well, recross. Because I'm going to assign a point today to either the government or Diddy's defense team. Okay? So y'all pay close attention.
And that nothing will happen between you and Anton was January 2.
Hold on.
Anton that night?
No.
Who made you?
Sean.
Would you give all the money back for no sex with other men?
Yes.
Why are you here?
I got a subpoena, and I'm here.
No further questions.
At this moment, the recross began.
Did you drive to pick up Anton?
Yes.
Could you have left?
Yes.
The only time that nothing will what happened between you and Anton was January 2024, right?
Right.
Anton drove his car into your compound?
Yes.
You let him in?
Yes. As requested.
You lift heavy weights?
Yes. But a woman's power does not override a man's.
Did you hit Sean's head against the counter?
Yes.
You'd see the Intercontinental video?
Yes.
Did you refer Cabral to another rapper in January 2024?
Yes.
You were asked if you would give up money to not have had sex with these men, but you wouldn't give up your home?
My child and I live there. It's hard.
You get $5,000 a month child support?
Yes.
Your child's father is a very rich man, right?
Yes.
Didn't Mr. Combs over 3 years wire you $150,000?
Is that all 3 years of mine are worth?
You believe you are worth more than $150,000?
Does he?
What's the most you've made in a month on OnlyFans?
$50,000. But it varies.
You said you were hungry to indicate you didn't want sex, right?
Yes.
Didn't Mr. Combs give you food?
He knew what I meant.
Did he give you food?
Yes.
Did you tell Cabral that sex with him had been great?
Yes, but
You got Mr. Combs a mobile TV to show videos of you having sex with entertainers?
so I wouldn't have to have sex with other men.
Sometimes you just watch the videos, no sex with other men.
All of it was shit.
But did you?
At this moment, the judge interrupted them and told Jane to just answer the questions.
Yes.
What did you see preparing for this?
My truth.
Did you see records of times you did not have hotel night?
Lucky me.
But there were such times.
Thank God.
How did seeing what Sean wrote to Paul make you feel?
How would it make you feel?
Please answer my question.
Now that I've seen Sean's message to Paul, probably I did have a hotel night.
You're changing your testimony? No further questions.
At this moment, the redirect began.
What violence had Sean done to you before he asked you to pick up Anton?
At this moment, the defense objected but was overruled.
He slapped me.
No further questions.
And that was the end of Jane's testimony. What do you think about it? Do you think
Okay, so I ran it back a couple of times during this part because this was Jane's final day on the stand. Her testimony is over. And if I'm completely honest, I feel that she is still very much a credible witness. I had a few comments come in under, I think, my last stream, and I'm paraphrasing, and I don't like to paraphrase. So let me go to the actual comment, guys. Give me a minute, because I really want to share it with you guys and see what your thoughts are. I want to see what your thoughts are on this comment. Because I kind of went a little back and forth with this person regarding their comments. Okay, here. So the first comment, this person it says, okay, it says, it's evident that neither defense or prosecution trusts her. This witness is compromised. And I commented back, I said, she's very credible. I don't understand why people feel that the defense or the prosecution need to trust Jane Doe. And why people are saying, oh, we don't trust what she's saying and this and this and that. The only people who know what truly went down in that relationship, if I'm completely honest, would be Jane Doe and Sean P. Diddy Combs. That's it. Those two are the only ones who have a true understanding of the events that occurred. Of course, we've heard what she's had to say in response to what the defense has tried to paint her as, basically a gold digger, an opportunist, and so on and so forth. Now, it's really sad to me that that was their best that they could do. Now, this commenter is, this Doel is the name, but it's D-O, dopamine. That's what their screen name is or whatever. So shouts out to Dopamine. Thank you so much for your comment. But I wanted to also share it publicly because I found it very interesting as far as your take. They stated, let's see. Hold on. Where's their first comment? Let me go back to the video. Lord. And I dropped the video. Y'all, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Where's that first comment? Did they remove it? I think this is it right here. Okay, I think because she was wanting the sexual encounters, even arranging them, means she was a willing participant. Being in fear of her financial capabilities points out her financial immaturity and living above her means, even with so many revenues of income. She never saved, allowed her son to live in a house of ill repute that she depended on her alleged abuse to pay for because she made luxury her vice. How is that Diddy's fault? So I responded and I said, it would benefit everyone to educate themselves on coercive control. And I put the definition in, which means, hold on. Coercive control is an act or pattern of acts of assault, threats, humiliation, and intimidation or other abuse that is used to harm, punish, or frighten their victim. Both Jane and Cassie started arranging these encounters at the direction of Diddy. This was for his pleasure. It is crazy that people still do not hold men accountable for their behavior. Then they responded to me and they said, let's educate ourselves in all aspects, not just a narrow narrative using a victim stance. The person with the addiction may refuse to take responsibility for their actions and blame others to gain sympathy and avoid consequences. Priming, setting up situations or circumstances to lead to a desired outcome, often related to obtaining substances or continuing the addictive behavior. Then they also said splitting, dividing others against each other to create conflict and gain control, often by positioning themselves as the mediator. Now, I hadn't responded yet to that comment because, first and foremost, and I want to publicly respond to that. So I hope you get this, Nicole. First and foremost, Jane was not an addict. Diddy introduced her to that lifestyle. She was not an addict of pills. She was not an addict of any other type of rugs prior to getting with Sean P. Diddy Combs. As a matter of fact, she's not on rugs today. She didn't need rehab. She definitely needs therapy, but she didn't need rehab. And the thing about it is like, I'm so confused, y'all, because is that comment coming from me or coming towards me, or are we keeping it at Jane? Does anybody understand the response? Anybody? Hey, Martin. Does anybody understand their response? Because I'm like, what do you mean? The splitting part of it, I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Like, yes, we put addicts in jail, but we also go after dealers. Exactly. But it's just, I don't know. That I don't understand your comment, the last part, the splitting part, because the first thing I want to point out to you that this is my platform. The second thing I want to point out to everyone, I am entitled to have my own opinion on how I view the evidence. Okay? As it stands as of today, there's a lot of other vloggers out here like, oh, this is a setup. Oh, this is a takedown. Oh, this is, well, Diddy's involved in his own takedown. He's at the helm of his very own takedown. He is the one that left out of the FO wearing a towel and socks to drag Cassie Ventura down a hotel hallway and, mercilessly put hands and feet on her. Okay? Literally, not figuratively. So it's just crazy to me because it's like, I don't understand why people don't like hold men accountable. And Nicole, if you are a man, I'm gonna need to like understand your standpoint and where you're coming from. I openly right now invite you to come up on the panel if you ever catch a live stream. I'm usually live Monday through Friday on this channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight I'm doing it a little early because I have something to do later. But there's an open invitation for you because I would love to have a conversation with you about this. And if I need to make myself available for you on the weekend, drop a comment, let me know the day and time, and I will make myself available. Because if you're a man that believes that Diddy is not at fault here, I have to question the type of man that you are. I really do. Because clearly there are other celebrities out there that are having these hotel nights and this type of lifestyle of swinging. But Diddy's the only celebrity sitting in the Southern District of New York federal courthouse going through this trial. That leads me to believe that he's the only one that has been involved in coercion, force, fraud, racketeering, and other crimes. Okay? So let's just be clear on that. If this is a setup, he's the leader of the setup. He's the leader. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Something foreign. It's not a logical response. Exactly. And the splitting part doesn't make sense. Exactly. And oh, yes, I forgot about the bribery. Wow, you are actually going to make time for this person. You know what, Martin? I will make time. Because the thing about it is I want to gain I listen to understand. And sometimes in text messages or like comments and things, there could be misunderstandings. Or maybe I'm understanding him or her just fine. But like I said, this is my channel. I'm entitled to my opinion, and I have one. And I don't feel like this is a setup. No, I'm not getting paid by anyone to say this, because I've heard that too. Oh, people who are out there that's saying that, Diddy did this or Diddy's wrong, they're getting paid to say this and da-da-da. I'm not getting paid to say this. My opinion is free 99. I feel that it's high time that men in general, not just the rich and famous, men of all walks of life and all size bank accounts need to be held accountable. Period. But that's all I wanted to say to you guys tonight. And Naquel, aka Dopamine, let me know. Let me know when you're available. Like I said, I go live Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I need to make myself available on the weekend, we could definitely set that up. This Saturday, I do have another show that's happening on my other channel. So let's bear that in mind, but I'm free on Sunday. I definitely would love to have a conversation with you. Alrighty. So guys, if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that like button on your way out. I want to say thank you to everybody who's here in the live right now, and thank you to everybody who is watching this on the replay. Replay gang, chime in. Let me know what your thoughts are on the testimony that was given today by Jane Doe. And all opinions are welcome. All of them are welcome. Before I get out of here, let me see. Let's see. I think I touched on everything I wanted to touch on. I'm looking at my notes real quick. Yeah, I think I did. I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. I didn't want to miss anything. And I didn't. So we're good.